Streamline Moderne, or Art Moderne, is a late type of the Art Deco architecture and design that emerged in the 1930s. Its architectural style emphasized curving forms, long horizontal lines, and sometimes nautical elements. Background: the first streamline architecture evolved from the work of New Objectivity artists, a movement connected to the German Werkbund, that was initiated by Hermann Muthesius. As the Great Depression of the 1930s progressed, Americans saw a new aspect of Art Deco that is, streamlining, a concept first conceived by industrial designers who stripped Art Deco design of its ornament in favor of the aerodynamic pure-line concept of motion and speed developed from scientific thinking. Cylindrical forms and long horizontal windowing also may be influenced by constructivism. As a result, an array of designers quickly ultra-modernized and streamlined the designs of everyday objects. Manufacturers of clocks, radios, telephones, cars, furniture, and many other household appliances embraced the concept. The style was the first to incorporate electric light into architectural structure. In the first-class dining room of the SS Normandy, fitted out 1933 €35, 12 tall pillars of lilac glass, and 38 columns lit from within illuminated the room. The Strand Palace Hotel foyer, preserved from demolition by the Victoria and Albert Museum during 1969, was one of the first uses of internally lit architectural glass, and coincidentally was the first modern interior preserved in a museum. The Streamline Moderne was both a reaction to Art Deco and a reflection of austere economic times. Sharp angles were replaced with simple, aerodynamic curves. Exotic woods and stone were replaced with cement and glass. Art Deco and Streamline Moderne were not necessarily opposites. Streamline Moderne buildings with a few Deco elements were not uncommon, but the prime movers behind Streamline design all disliked Art Deco, seeing it as a feat and falsely modern, essentially a fraud. PWA Moderne was a related style in the United States of buildings completed between 1933 and 1944 as part of relief projects sponsored by the Public Works Administration and the Works Progress Administration. Characteristics: common characteristics of Streamline Moderne and Art Moderne: horizontal orientation, rounded edges, corner windows, glass brick walls, porthole windows, chrome hardware, smooth exterior wall surfaces, usually stucco, flat roof with coping, horizontal grooves or lines in walls, subdued colors. Base colors were typically light earth tones, off-whites, or beiges. And trim colors were typically dark colors to contrast from the light base. The Normandy Hotel, which opened during 1942, is built in the stylized shape of the ocean liner SS Normandy, and it includes the ship's original sign. The Sterling Streamliner diners were diners designed like streamline trains. Although Streamline Moderne houses are less common than streamline commercial buildings, residences do exist. The Lydecker House in Los Angeles, built by Howard Lydecker, is an example of Streamline Moderne design in residential architecture. In tract development, elements of the style were frequently used as a variation in post-war row housing in San Francisco's Sunset District. Industrial design: the style was applied to appliances such as electric clocks, sewing machines, small radio receivers and vacuum cleaners. Their manufacturing processes exploited developments in materials science including aluminium and bakelite. Compared to Europe, the United States in the 1930s had a stronger focus on design as a means to increase sales of consumer products. Streamlining was associated with prosperity and an exciting future. This hope resonated with the American middle class, the major market for consumer products. A wide range of goods from refrigerators to pencil sharpeners was produced in streamlined designs. Streamlining became a widespread design practice for automobiles, railroad cars, buses, and other vehicles in the 1930s. Notable automobile examples include the 1934 Chrysler Airflow, the 1950 Nash Ambassador Airflight sedan with its distinctive low fender lines, as well as Hudson's post-war cars, such as the Commodore, that were distinctive streamliners ponderous, massive automobiles with a style all their own. Streamline style can be contrasted with functionalism, which was a leading design style in Europe at the same time. One reason for the simple designs in functionalism was to lower the production costs of the items, making them affordable to the large European working class. Streamlining and functionalism represent two very different schools in modernistic industrial design, but both reflecting the intended consumer. Notable examples. In architecture and design. 1923 Moschhaus, Berlin. Reconstruction by Eric Mendelsohn and Richard Neutra, 1926, Long Beach Airport Main Terminal, Long Beach, California, 1928, Lockheed Vega, designed by John Knudsen Northrop, a six-passenger, single-engine aircraft used by Amelia Earhart, 1928–1930, Canada Permanent Trust Building, Toronto, 1930, Strand Palace Hotel, London. Foyer designed by Oliver Percy Bernard, 1930–1934, Broadway Mansions, Shanghai, designed by B. Flaser of Palmer and Turner, 1931, the Eaton's 7th floor in Toronto, Canada, designed by Jacques Callot, in the former Eaton's department store, 1931, Napier, New Zealand, rebuilt in Art Deco and Streamline Moderne styles after a major earthquake, 1933, Casa della Gioventù to the first del Littorio, designed by Luigi Moretti, Rome, 1933, T.Y. Kodak Building in Quimper, France, designed by Olia Mordrell, 1933, Southgate Tube Station, London. 1933, Burnham Beaches in Sherbrooke, Victoria, Australia. Harry Norris Architect, 1933, Mel Norman Building, Santa Monica, California. See also History of Santa Monica, California, 1933, Midland Hotel, Morecambe, England, 1933–1940, Interior of Chicago's Museum of Science and Industry, designed by Alfred Shaw, 1934, Pioneers Ever, the first of Edward G. Budd's streamlined stainless steel locomotives, 1934, Chrysler Airflow, the first mass-market streamline automotive design, 1934, Hotel Shangri-La, California, 1935, Ford Building, Balboa Park, 1935, the De La Warr Pavilion, Bexhill-on-Sea, England. 1935, Pan Pacific Auditorium, Los Angeles, 1935, Edificio Internacional de Capitalización Cubden, Mexico City, Mexico, 1935, the Hindenburg, Zeppelin Passenger Accommodations, 1935, the interior of Lansdowne House on Berkeley Square in Mayfair, London, 1935, the Hamilton Hydroelectric System Building, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, 1935, MV Kalakala, the world's first streamlined ferry, 1935–1956, High Tower Court, Hollywood Heights, Los Angeles, 1936, Lassi Palazzi, in Helsinki, Finland, functionalist office building and now a cultural and media center, 1936, Florin Court. On Charterhouse Square in London, built by Guy Morgan and Partners, 1936, Campana Factory, historic factory in Batavia, Illinois, 1937, Mallet Building, residential apartments at 1360 Montgomery Street in San Francisco, 1937, B&B Chemical Company, in Cambridge, Massachusetts, built by Coolidge, Shipley, Bulfinch and Abbott, 1937, Belgium Pavilion, at the Exposition Internationale, Paris, 1937, TAV Studios, Hollywood, 1937, Hecht Company Warehouse, Washington, D.C., 1937, Minerva Theatre and the Minerva Building, Potts Point, New South Wales, Australia, 1937, Bathers Building in the Aquatic Park Historic District, now the San Francisco Maritime National Historical Park Maritime Museum, 1937, Barnum Hall, Santa Monica, California, 1937, J.W. Knapp Company Building, Lansing, Michigan, 1937, Wan Chai Market, Wan Chai, Hong Kong, 1937, River Oaks Shopping Center, Houston, 1937, Toronto Stock Exchange Building, mix of Art Deco and Streamline Moderne, 1937, Pittsburgh Plate Glass Enamel Plant, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, by Alexander C. Eschweiler, 1938, Mark Keppel High School, Alhambra, California, 1938, Normandy Building, Mar del Plata, 1938, Danham House, Doncaster, England, 1938, 20th Century Limited, New York City, 1938, Jones Dog and Cat Hospital, West Hollywood, California, by Werdeman and Beckett, 1939, Bartlesville High School, Bartlesville, Oklahoma, 1939, Coca-Cola Building, California, 1939, First Church of Deliverance, Chicago, Illinois, 1939, Marine Air Terminal, LaGuardia Airport, New York, 1939, Rhode Island Diner, Oakley, Utah, 1939, New York World's Fair, 1939, Cardoso Hotel, Ocean Drive, South Beach, Miami Beach, Florida, 1939, Royer Building in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, 1939, Daily Express Building, Manchester, England, 1939, East Finchley Tube Station, London, England, 1940, Gabalka Road Jukebox designed by Brooks Stevens, 1940, Ann Arbor Bus Depot, Michigan, 1940, GLI Building, Taft Avenue, Manila, Philippines, 1940, Hollywood Palladium, Los Angeles, California, 1940, Las Vegas Union Pacific Station, Las Vegas, Nevada, 1941, Avalon Hotel, Ocean Drive, South Beach, Miami Beach, Florida, 1942, Normandy Hotel in San Juan, Puerto Rico, 1942, Mercantile National Bank Building, Dallas, 1944, Huntridge Theater, Las Vegas, Nevada, 1946, Jerry Building, Los Angeles, California, 19. Broadway Theater, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, 1947, Sears Building, Santa Monica, California, 1948, Greyhound Bus Station, Cleveland, 1949, Salt Memorial Gardens, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, 1949, Varsity Theatre, Davis, California, 1950, Ocean Terminal, Southampton, England, 1954, Poitiers Theatre designed by Edouard Ledillier, 1955, Iowa State Bank and Trust Building, Fairfield, 1955, Etna Building, Jacksonville, Florida, designed by KBJ Architects, 1957. Euro 2006, Star Ferry Pier, Central, Hong Kong, 1957, Tsim Sha Tsui Ferry Pier, Hong Kong. In Motion Pictures Aircraft and Buildings in William Cameron Menzies' 1936 movie Things to Come, the buildings in Frank Capra's 1937 movie Lost Horizon, designed by Stephen Goosen, the design of the Emerald City in the 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz, the main character's helmet and rocket pack in the 1991 movie The Rocketeer, the High Tower Apartments, featured in the 1973 film The Long Goodbye and 1991 film Dead Again. See also, Art Deco, Constructivist Architecture, Ray Gun Gothic, Googie Architecture, Century of Progress, Chicago's Second World's Fair, Exposition Internationale des Arts et Techniques dans la Vie Moderne, PWA Moderne, a modern style in the United States completed between 1933 and 1944 as part of relief project sponsored by the Public Works Administration and the Works Progress Administration. References. External links, Streamline Moderne, FLICKR, Streamline Moderne, Decopics, Streamline Moderne in Nautical Modern Architecture in Miami Beach Magazine, San Francisco 1939 Modern Wedding Cake, hgtv.com.